Here's our island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. We depend on our fresh water here and how clean this ocean is, how clean the air is.
We are blessed to be in a place that I consider the most beautiful place of people and land on God's given earth.
Puna is a place where we can practice sustainability, practice living off the land and in community with each other.
The people in Puna love living in Puna. We've chosen to live here, most of us, because of the beauty and the energy.
It's a diverse community. It's part of what we love about it.
And anybody who's lived in Puna for a while understands that geothermal is not this real simple thing that is this godsend, and there's really issues that are not widely understood.
On the Big Island of Hawaii, in the eastern district of Puna, there is a controversial geothermal power plant, Puna Geothermal Venture, or PGV.
It's not what they say it is. There's been this huge greenwash.
When USGS scientists say that drilling in lava zone 1 and lava zone 2 in the hottest spot on the planet with toxic gases and other hazards present in a seismically unstable area is a bad idea and it shouldn't be done, well, it seems to me like that should be the beginning and the end of the whole conversation.
But what you must also evaluate is the political situation in Puna of a very educated, very organized group of people who are the only ones in the state who have experience with geothermal energy. Let's face it, we're the only ones. We are the experts in this room.
Who controls and benefits from these developments?
From what I understand, these companies that are bidding to do the geothermal drilling have set up their legal structures in such a way that should they cause a health disaster, should they cause an earthquake, which would be difficult to prove, but we know that this has caused earthquakes, they'll walk away scot-free. They won't be liable to reclaim anything, to fix anything. I think it's important to know that history has shown in the past when they drilled, they didn't go back and fix it the way it had been. They didn't reclaim the land, plant the trees that they cut down, fix the disasters that they created.
If you follow the money, the shell corporations are fronts for international mining, drilling conglomerates. They're the ones that are developing the tar sands of Alberta in Canada, which is making an enormous environmental mess. They're the ones who are moving, relocating, I think is the euphemism, the Maasai off their traditional ancestral lands in Kenya.
This whole thing has been about a total neglect of nature and about corporate greed and making money on electricity.
HALCO is bypassing any public comment on the new geothermal projects that they're planning.
These corporations around the world have demonstrated for decades that they do not care about local beliefs, local culture, local customs, local religions and spiritual traditions, or the land, frankly. What they care about is third quarter profits and stock bonuses for stockholders and multi-million-dollar CEO bonuses. And yeah, there are local people who are employed by the monopoly, but honestly, folks, it's crumbs from the table.
From a corporation standpoint, how can we create jobs? How can we, create fuel and fertilizer and those kind of things? The drawback is that they'll have to put it next to the geothermal power plants. Besides the other environmental impacts, it's very dangerous. If you saw a couple months ago, they had an ammonia explosion in Texas that killed a whole bunch of people. It's inappropriate. We believe that industry and all geothermal and the rest of the industries are inappropriate land use to be put in the middle of residential areas.
There's been this huge PR campaign that's been going on to develop geothermal.
They do a great job with PR. in part because when you're handed $200 million of US tax money in a block grant, you can hire some great PR folks to spin things.
They say it's green, they say, well, it's not oil, which obviously is a good thing. We want to get off oil. But they also say it has no pollution, basically no impacts. But anybody who lives near to a geothermal development will be able to tell you that there are impacts.
And it's also really insidious how you become co-opted by these corporations. It's hard to stand up against a really slick massaging with millions of dollars behind it, all aimed at convincing you that you are being a roadblock to the prosperity of your people, that you're getting between your children and grandchildren having good paying jobs, good education, good health care, and so on. And if only you help us rather than be a problem for us, all this will be yours. But take a look at the facts, folks.
Now, when we have companies like Ormat or Chevron or whoever's coming, they're digging into land that doesn't belong to them. These companies, these entities, they have no stake in this land. It's not their blood. It's not their flesh. This is us. This is our kids. This is, Aloha Spirit. Yeah, sure, they sell the Aloha Spirit everywhere. They put it on t-shirts. They package it in the Philippines. But the truest form of Aloha is Aloha Aina.
It's all hidden in the glitter about tourism and what Hawaii is all about.
There is really a lack of sensitivity to the culture of Hawaii.
So I can see that our concerns about the religious parts were never addressed. And it's like the ignorance of our population, our schools, not talking about how racist this whole 200 years have been toward Native Hawaiians and how it becomes social statistics and how they've taken all our resources, our lands, our waters, our beaches, our forests, and then reach inside to take the spiritual soul out from our traditional beliefs. So it's a real genocide to a race of people, this virus of racism that's just passed on until we become, like a lot of Hawaiians have accepted it already. Don't feel anything's wrong with it. Let's promote all these Western ideas on Hawaiians because I am conditioned Western.
What I want to talk about is, our losses of our people to the economic gain, using our sacred tutupele to do these things.
You know, especially to hear that quote about, oh, it's a gift from Pele. No, I wouldn't go necessarily so far as to say it's a gift if you're just taking it.
And it's not a gift if you obtain it via deception and manipulation.
They say it's for our luxury, that, our quality of life and all those things, Quality of life does not include poisoning our air or poisoning our water or poisoning our land.
Is this really Pele's gift, or is this a sacrilege? And I would venture to believe in that knowledge, that local knowledge, rather than somebody that's motivated to profit from going on record for a big development company saying, yeah, this is good for the Hawaiians.
I have talked with elders who sincerely believed that what they were doing was the best thing for their people, but then it's bitterly regretted later. When they realize that they have been led down the garden path, they have been deceived, and they have sold out the birthright of their children, their grandchildren, and generations to come, it is bitterly regretted.
They say this one now is a much better technology, and that it'll help our people. Those things are kind of still remain to be seen here on our island.
When we look at the facts of where the dirtiest, corner-cutting, regulation-ignoring industrial development occurs in the United States, it's in the poorest communities. Why? Because they don't have the clout to stop it. it allows these folks to go in and basically rape the land, strip mine, despoil, pollute at will, and leave the local people holding the bag.
Geothermal is the same thing. Ignoring my religious rights. Sitting up there playing doctor on how you're going to tell everybody it's safe. Geothermal is safe if it's done in a proper way, you say? Is there a proper way to rape religion? Is it nice or is it clean? Or what word do you use in front of rape? That's what I'm saying. And that's what it means to me.
And I've come to the conclusion that the geothermal energy just isn't going to work here, not in the middle of our community. It's dangerous, it's toxic, and the community is disregarded. We're created like collateral damage. Only people that want geothermal are the ones that don't live here or have not experienced full on what geothermal can do to them.
Human beings are destroying the planet, and that consciousness is a collective consciousness all over the globe. And it has to do with disconnection from nature, among other things.
Puna has something special. It has the aina, it has the land, it has the flowers, the fragrance, and it's afforded me a place to put down roots and grow and be part of a community of just wonderful, caring people. People who really care about each other and the land and the environment around them.
And when we think about, are we going to commit to a 30-year commitment to some energy resource, why should we commit ourselves to an energy resource that has environmental and social problems when there are energy resources out there that don't have those problems? They're getting better every day and every year. We should not make that commitment for the long run.